What's up, loves? Darkside back again with another GTA Online grinding video. So this is going to be showing you guys the easiest method to grind out your motorcycle club businesses. Okay, so this, you're going to need the arcade, and you're going to need the computer that goes inside the arcade to do this. Okay, now prior to this, I had just sold my bunker for $2 million. Okay, so my total money right now, I'm at $320 million and change. Okay, so I'm filling all of my motorcycle club businesses up, whatever, like supplies and everything. And then I'm also adjusting my guys that work in my nightclub storage. Because there's a glitch. I don't know if they fixed it, but I probably don't think that they did. If you guys have the South American imports and you had just sold your nightclub, you have to switch out these guys and make sure whoever's already sourcing stuff for the South American imports, you're going to have to switch them out. You know, for some reason, switch out a new guy. Okay, so first of all, I started selling my meth. I went to go do my meth first, and I got the planes, which the planes are totally doable solo. They're just boring. I wanted to get something a little more interesting. I could have went and I could have did it without losing any money, but I didn't. I wound up switching lobbies, going back and trying it again. I lost. You get penalized like $40,000 or something like that, but that's okay. Because I have other businesses I have to sell, and that money's going to come back up. It's that you know, that business, it's going to max back out in only a few minutes, probably about 20 minutes,
easy sells on
something like
shit.
that, 25 minutes. So here we go. I came back into my arcade. I made my spawn location in the arcade again, and I'm going back to the computer. I'm gonna start up a different run. Now I'm gonna go ahead and try and sell my cocaine instead. Okay, so I'm gonna sell my cocaine, and yeah, here, you're going to see I'm going to sell it for $1 million. It's $1,050,000. So I head out there. Don't forget, if you start this mission up from your arcade computer, it's going to still put everything out by your business. So this is good and bad, because if somebody's out that way and they're doing a sale mission, they're going to see your bikes
this
out
one
there.
I can knock out solo
and blow them up. So, you know, it's up to you. I do it this method in case I want to just change lobbies and get something else. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna knock all these out. All 4 motorcycles totally solo, all by myself. You could do all this stuff solo. The planes, the helicopters, the motorcycles, the single truck, of course, the boats, and also the trash trucks. You can do the trash trucks. You're just gonna be a little pressed for time because they're not very fast, but the runs are very close together. And it is easier doing the trash truck selling from the city out because you don't have to go over the mountains and everything. But selling from the country into the city, you have to go up and down all these mountains and everything, because that's where the GPS tells you to go. But usually if you sell from the city, it tells you to go to the highway and then go out to Sandy Shores. Okay, because that's usually where you sell, out in Sandy Shores and like grapeseed and stuff. So Grand Sonora Desert out this way. So yeah, I'm going to skip ahead and I'm going to show you guys that I did complete this run 100% solo. But I just wanted to let you know real quick, like, I don't mind helping people sell. But one of the reasons why I sell solo is because I don't want to have somebody help me do one thing and then help them grind crates for like fucking 3 hours. I don't like doing crates even solo because I hate going and grabbing one. Like, if they let us pick all 3 of them up at the same time, that would be sweet. That they should have did something like that to make a quality of life. Or let us have a choice to pay extra money and get 3 in the same van or same vehicle all at the same time. So, you know, that would have been a lot more logical to do, you know, but they didn't do that, so unfortunately we have to grab one at a time. And either way, I hate grinding crates because it's too long of a grind, man, for the amount of money you get. I mean, you do make good money when it's double money, but on the every average, everyday basis, I don't do it, you know what I mean? It's just too much of a grind. I'm too lazy. Yeah, and the motorcycles are fun to do because, you know, you could like smack cars on the way, and it gives you something to, you know, to do on the way there and beat up people and stuff. So yeah, it's fun. So here I'm about to pull my last motorcycle into my last stop. Okay, and yeah, and like I said, I did all these runs solo. I had my bunker and all 4 businesses knocked out in under an hour. Okay. By doing this method with switching lobbies and coming back and getting something else that's a little easier to run with, okay? So I'm about to drop this last motorcycle off, and then that's it, man. The run is done. It's very easy, and I made $1,050,000 on this. And I still had a few minutes to spare, too. You know, I still had about, what, 3 or 4 minutes to spare on the clock. So, yeah, definitely quick. I knocked it out pretty quickly. All right, listen, I'll be right back. I'm gonna live stream again, but I wanted to stop this video because I want to put this video up real quick. I'm gonna edit it out, but I'll be right back. So yeah, you guys see I sold that. It was done very easy. I still had a few minutes to spare. Sorry about my voice cutting in there. It was like I was live streaming, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and go out and make all these videos, you know, like with the Xbox, and just record them. This way I could put the clips up separately. So now I came back to my arcade. And I wound up starting up the next run. And you're going to see here my meth that I had previously left on when I did the motorcycles, before I did the motorcycles, rather, is already back up. It's already reprocessed. It's already filled up. But I'm going to go ahead and buy, I'm going to send this money, you know, to the bank real quick because I want you guys to see exactly how much money I'm going to make on all this when it's all said and done. Yeah, so now I'm going to go and I'm going to rerun the meth now. But now I'm going to get a really easy run where I get the single truck. Okay, so I knocked this out. I think I had this mission knocked out in like 6.5 minutes. Something like that. And yeah, it paid me $892,000 with it being double money. So, yeah, this one was really easy too. I'm going to just buy the supplies and then I'm going to go ahead and start up the mission. So now I'm going to head out to the single truck out at meth business, and I'm going to go ahead and knock that out. You're going to see like how quick I have this one done. It took me like, I think, 2 minutes to fly out there, a minute and a half to fly out there with my Oppressor Mark II, and then like I think it took 3.5 minutes to drop it off. So, you know what I mean? Like I had it done with my regular Oppressor, I flew out there, but still, I still had it knocked out in like 3.5 minutes to go drop it off. Oh, you fucking bitch, and I had plenty of time to spare. Sucked. Okay, so now I made it to the truck, and like literally I had this thing dropped off in like 3.5 minutes, dude. You know, it was so easy. You can do all of these solo. The only one you can't do is the post-op trucks, because the runs are spread out too far, and, you know, if you ever get the post-op trucks, just leave the lobby and come back and try something else. You know what I mean? That's why I set it up this way specifically, you know, with the arcade and make my spawn location the arcade. So when you sell from the country into the city with this big truck, it always goes to the same location. So I just wanted to show you real quick. A lot of people make the mistake of coming down this highway and turning back around the highway and making a U-turn and going back the opposite way. Don't do that. It's going to take you a little bit longer, especially if you're in a hurry. Just come here and come around, and I usually like bounce up against this guardrail and it points me in the right direction. Right, boom. Just hit that, and then it points me to the left, and drive it into the circle, and then it's done. And then that one's done. Another $892,000, man. And it didn't take me that long to do. So right after this, I had switched lobbies and teleported back to my arcade again, and I started up the next one. which was my weed. And I got a really, really easy run on this one. The boats, I got the boats, which the boats are very, very easy to do. Okay, and you also get, like, it's not much money, but you get a $9,000 bonus on this, $3,000 per boat, if you make all the circle check marks, the checkpoints in time. If you don't make the checkpoints, you lose like an extra $300 off of your $3,000 bonus. So it drops from, you know, from $3,000 to $2,700, then and so on and so forth. But if you complete all the runs and make all the checkpoints, you can get an extra $9,000, which isn't much money, but, you know, hey, it's extra bonus money for you. So, yeah. So, yeah, I go to drop this one off, or headed out there, rather, to start this mission up. Dropped all these off, and I still had over 10 minutes to spare. So these are really, really fast to knock out. The boats, you could do this solo, no problem. So you're going to see here, it's going to skip ahead to the next one where I'm actually finishing that. And you'll be able to see the time that I have it done in. It's going to be over, like, I have over 10 minutes left. I think it's like, yeah, 10 minutes left to still drop these off. And I had them done in 19 minutes and change, man. Done. All 3 boats done and sold. All by myself. So yeah, and also a easy way out to get back to shore, because it does make it a little quicker if you're trying to get back to the street to get, you know, to get your oppressor or your car or whatever. So you just do that. Easy way out and you'll get back real quick. And then I switched lobbies again to a different invite-only lobby. So now on this one, I wound up selling my, I believe it was my counterfeit cash. And on this one, I wound up getting, this was the last business I had to sell. I wound up getting the post-op trucks, which I told you guys are very, very hard. You can't do these solo. It's impossible. You don't have enough time. So I just filled all the, you know, all the spaces in my businesses that needed to have the supplies resupplied. I did all that real quick. I always do that in between, especially if I'm doing it like this and in between my supply runs or in between my business runs. And just filled all the supplies. And now I'm going to go sell this. But like I said, I wound up getting the post-op trucks, which I cannot do solo. So after purchasing all the supplies and all the businesses, I started this one up. And like I said, I came out and I got the post-op trucks. But then, yeah, I did lose a little bit of money here because I decided to switch lobbies. There's no way. I don't care how fast you are. You're not going to be able to knock all 3 of these out. You might get 2 of them under your belt and maybe a couple, like 1 or 2 runs of the third one. The runs are just too far spread out. Like, there'll be one in Mirror Park, then one all the way in Chumash. Then you got like a couple in the city, one somewhere out in the mountains somewhere. It's just, they're too far spread out. You don't have enough time. But I lucked out and, you know, I wound up going and restarting the mission up again, and I got the single truck run again. So that was sweet. Yeah, and I knocked this one out in like another, you know, same amount of time as I knocked the last one out. You know, like maybe like 6-7 minutes with a few minutes to spare, like 7 or 8 minutes to spare. So it was worth losing the extra $40,000. I did lose a little bit of money, like I said, but that's okay, because I'd rather have an easy run and lose a little bit of money than have to deal with the post-op trucks. Because if I was only going to get 2 of them under my belt, I would have lost more than $40,000. I probably would have lost like a couple $100,000. So doesn't hurt my feelings one way or another. And I could do a headhunter because those pay more now and make the money back in like probably 4 or 5 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes, something like that. So you see here, I'm in the truck. I'm going to drop it off at the same location I dropped off the truck earlier, because like I said, they go to the same spot. And remember, don't make the mistake of staying on the freeway and making the U-turn. A lot of people, I see a lot of people do that. But you're just, you know, it's just a couple extra minutes that you don't have to wind up wasting your time. Just turn down that one road and then pull in there behind the big oil drums or water drums, whatever they are, and yeah, drop it off and then it's done. I don't know what the hell. The game was like glitching out with all these cars. I don't know what. So yeah, here you go. I'm almost gonna drop it off. So And then I also want to show you guys how much money I have when all is said and done on this. And like I said, I knocked all this stuff out in under an hour. My bunker and all 4 MC Clubhouse businesses in under an hour. I had everything done. And all together, when the final total with my bunker and all the businesses, the MC businesses, it was $5,670 something thousand. So there you go. Yep. $5.5 million plus in under an hour. There you go. And that's the last one to be dropped, man. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to press down on the D-pad so you guys can see how much money I have now. Go look back. Go look back and see how much money I had when I started. I was at 320 million and change. And now I'm at 323,670 something thousand dollars. So I made just on the MC businesses alone 3.6 mil plus. Okay, and under, like, these took me like 42 minutes to do, something like that. So okay, so there you go, and then just go and play and do a few other things, maybe some heists. Let your businesses reprocess and go and do it all over again, maybe the next day. Okay, and yeah, hopefully this helps you guys grind out your businesses and do them a lot easier. So I know it helps me, and it's just so easy to grind this out with this computer in here. Just like I said, just make your spawn location the arcade and switch lobbies. So that's all you got to do. All right, guys, I will talk to you soon, and hopefully you enjoyed this one, man. Hopefully it was helpful to you. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.